Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. So this morning, NBA Central released this report about the Detroit Pistons, including Jeremy Grant in a huge offer for Ben Simmons, man. I definitely have some opinions on it. I definitely do, because let me just say, full disclosure, do I want Ben Simmons as a member of the Detroit Pistons? I would not be totally against it. I recognize that Ben Simmons is an all-star caliber player. I recognize he's a difference maker on the court. Yes, I understand that he's got a bit of a personality to him, man. But also, I realize that as a fan of the Pistons, we don't typically get like all-star signing with us via free agency. So this, trades are really our big opportunity to do so. Now, when you do a trade that's so drastic, though, that just completely throws off the trajectory of the team, in my opinion, that's almost like what you've come to build almost becomes wasted, and you have to almost reset around this new thing that you're doing, right? So the Pistons package of Grant, Saddiq Bey, Kelly Olynyk, and a first-round pick, for example, was not met with much enthusiasm by Philadelphia. I'm already going to go off and say that I don't think this package by the Pistons is completely just asinine with the mentality of what the 76ers want in return. Like, I understand, like, if the Pistons actually have serious interest in getting Ben Simmons, it's going to really cost an overpay, because that's what the 76ers are asking for. Now, eventually, some team is going to bite down that overpay, and that team very well could be the Detroit Pistons. But this trade, as it stands, I hate, okay? And let me explain why, okay? Jeremy Grant, he's going to be an expiring contract next season at $20 million. I imagine he'll probably get more money than that on his next contract, you would think. But also at the same time, I recognize that Grant does not really fit in the long-term rebuild of the Pistons. I think Grant by himself has at least decent trade value. I think we could get a good young prospect or a draft pick in exchange for Jeremy Grant. Kelly Olynyk, joined this team, and we got a small sample size of him, but in the long run of things, he's been injured. In that small sample size, Kelly Olynyk, I really think, man, I'm not just saying this because I'm a Pistons fan, but under the right circumstance and the way Kelly Olynyk was playing for the Pistons, he's not going to do it in Detroit, but on a contending type of team, if he can do what he did here, he almost warrants like a 6 man of the year type of award, man. Like, he really is somebody that has such a unique skill set. He can do a little bit of everything as a 7-footer. You could realistically, man, like, run an offense through Kelly Olynyk as far as the bench unit goes. But then we get down to the part of the trade that I do not like. For one, I don't like the idea of trading away any first-round draft picks. Now, I do know the Pistons are not able to trade any draft picks in the short term because of the Stephen rule. So that's not really concerned. If it was a pick, it would be, a few years down the road, 2026, 2027 season, something like that, which even that's kind of risky because you don't really know how the plan as an organization is going to go. So it's very well, that season come upon us, and the Pistons are still in a rebuild, and that's the number one pick. So, you take some risk right there. Also, Philadelphia takes some risk, though, in the sense where it's like maybe Cade is, the second coming of LeBron James and, becomes that type of guy, right? And then we could become that type of franchise again. So yeah, I understand that risk factor right there. I will not trade Saddiq Bey. My two untouchables on the Detroit Pistons are Cade Cunningham and Saddiq Bey. Now, Saddiq Bey to start the NBA season, very slow start here. Man, he had a very slow start to the season, but really over the course of the past few weeks, he has been playing out of his damn mind. So, his season stats through 42 games, 15 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists per game, 33% from 3. You might be looking at those numbers and being like, Chris, like those numbers are whatever, right? Like, they're okay. A sophomore slump. No, fact of the matter is that those are his numbers with having an atrocious start to the season. Like I was saying, as of late, he's gotten out of that sophomore slump, and he's been a big, I'm going to say, near all-star caliber player, man, putting up those type of numbers, man. He's been great, right? But also, what I don't like is that if we trade for Ben Simmons, I'm sorry, but you have to say goodbye to Killian Hayes. Killian Hayes either has to be part of the trade or part of a 3-team trade. I don't really know what it is, man. And that's nothing against Killian Hayes, because I recognize he's only 20, man. Not every player becomes a star so young in their career. You know what I mean? Like, it can't all be LaMelo Ball, right? Or Luka Doncic. I still believe Killian Hayes over the course of his NBA career will eventually become at least a decent point guard in the NBA. But his style of play, a guy that you really should be running the offense through as far as like being the main facilitator, that's not going to work with Ben Simmons and Cade. It's not. Because it's always going to be a case, it's all going to be an offensive crunch where it's like if the ball's in Killian's hands, it's not in Ben Simmons' hands, and he needs the ball in his hands. If it's not in Ben Simmons' hands, then it's not Killian's hands, or whatever it may be. Or if it's in Cade's hands, then you have two guys in Killian and Simmons who struggle, to say the least, to be at least like competent offensive players in today's era. It's just not going to work, man. And I think Saddiq Bey really represents the type of player the Pistons need to be pursuing going forward, man. Just like those jack of all trades, 3-level type of scorers that run the NBA, man. Like, you got to be able to put up big time scoring numbers in your offense. And, I feel like Saddiq Bey is well on his way to being that consistently throughout his NBA career. So, yeah, Saddiq Bey is really the only part of the trade that I absolutely hated. Jeremy Grant, Kelly Olynyk, I'm okay with letting veterans go if it means bringing in an all-star caliber player in Ben Simmons. But, yeah, man. So, what I want to do now is I do want to hop over to NBA 2K22. And I do want to put this trade to the test. I want to, we're at the beginning of the season. I want to get a full-on sample size. I want to see what the team would be looking like. So we are going to go ahead and we are going to go to trade, and we're going to go to propose trade. We're going to put that exact one in, man. So they want Jeremy Grant. They want Saddiq Bey. They want Kelly Olynyk. That's literally 3 of our top 4 players on the team. And they want a future first-round draft pick. So we'll go in the future right there. And the Pistons get back Ben Simmons. Now we'll probably have to include some more guys here, to match roster personnel and everything, man. I'm literally just waiting. I'm just waiting for the Pistons, for Woj to announce the Detroit Pistons agree to a 4-team trade, which is going to send Ben Simmons, Andre Drummond. The Lakers are going to send Stanley Johnson, and the Nets Blake Griffin back to the Detroit Pistons, man. I'm waiting for it, man. I don't know what's going to happen, though. So, yeah, we'll do Ben Simmons, and then, I'm not saying these are the guys that will get traded, but we're just tossing some guys down here just to match that. They're not going to be part of the rotation of the team or nothing like that, man. So, there we go. We got that, and that is the trade we all accept on the video game. Not in real life. At least I don't. But apparently the Pistons do, man. I don't know. I trust Weaver, though. I do trust Weaver. So, plus we got, Diallo's been balling out, too. So, but I really like Saddiq Bey, man. He's one of my favorite players on the team. So, yeah, for the Pistons, essentially looking at this type of lineup, at least for this season, Ben Simmons, Cade, Diallo, I guess Trey Lyles out there, man. Because Trey Lyles is a decent three-point shooter. I guess I literally have his stats pulled up in front of me right here. So Trey Lyles is shooting, oh, damn, he's a bitch-ass from 3, bro. Damn, 28%. I thought you had it better than that, man. Seems like every day I got people tell me, Crispy, why don't you like Trey Lyles? He's a completely good player. Bro, 28% from 3 when you're supposed to be a stretch big. I don't know about that one, cuh. Man, it's a rough team. Yeah, yes. I mean, honestly, you know what? Honestly, what I'm probably going to do... Oh boy, yeah, I mean, and then, sorry, I mean, yeah, Killian, he has been our starting point guard, so we're gonna start him, man, probably something like that, and we're no doubt gonna be a lottery team, now if we can do this, and then we can bring in, like, a Jaden Hardy, or somebody like that, man, from the draft, or even, like, like a Chet, or what's one dude's name, man? I forgot his name, man. Jabari, I think his name is. Then that would be a little bit interesting. But this team as it stands is ass. It's asinine, okay, man? It's asinine. So over for the Philadelphia 76ers, it's really actually crazy what they would go with here, man. I know there's talks about Tobias Harris being traded, so you could see something like that happening, but I don't know what for exactly. I would probably say, yeah, you would have to switch out Saddiq with Jeremy Grant. I think Jeremy Grant would just get the nod in this case to be the starter. So we'll put him at small forward. Yeah, and you're looking at, that's a great lineup. And you got Drummond, Saddiq Bey, Kelly, oh my gosh, yeah. That's a great team, man. I mean, I would probably actually go and maybe search, I would probably take away Cork's minutes right here and give those to Shake Milton for, backup guard or whatever. But, yeah, something like that's pretty damn crispy. That's a good team. That's a team that I think could definitely really contend in the Eastern Conference. I really think so, man. So, yes, I'm going to go ahead, simulate the NBA season. I want to see how both these teams do, and, yeah, we're going to go from there. Okay, guys, we are at the end of the NBA season. Ironically, we play the Pistons or 76ers in the final game. 76ers, first place. I mean, I'm already like reading like comments and stuff. I was reading comments on the Twitter account or the Twitter post as I was going through the simulation here, and people like 76ers fans are like pissed that like the 76ers management did not accept this offer if it is to be true, right, man? So yeah, first place for them. Pistons 9th ranking. That's playing tournament. Hey, 43 wins. Damn, 64 for the 76ers. Okay, well. Hey, we got Joel Embiid MVP, which actually is very well a possibility in real life. We got, although I think it's probably Giannis, but yeah, we got Cade, Rookie of the Year. So him playing with Ben Simmons and Killian Hayes, like somebody had to score the basketball. It very well was Cade. Not at a very good field goal efficiency because, well, you know, he could get like triple teamed or whatever. Drummond as 6-man, Giannis defensive player, Tyrese Maxey is most improved, and Doc Rivers Coach of the Year. We got All NBA first, All NBA second, and All NBA third, looking like that. Probably nothing else too crazy. Cade got Rookie of the Year, so yeah, he was All Rookie first. But yeah, man, so Pistons in the play-in tournament and very well could play Philly, I believe, in the first round. So let's go to the player stats on the season. I do want to see how both these teams did. So yeah, we got Ben Simmons actually at 19 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals per game. I love that. I really do. And I would actually even be like intrigued at the idea of him playing a little bit of like the center position or something. Man, I feel like there's actually some possibility for that, him being 6'11". Almost like like Julius Randle plays center sometimes too, man. Mainly on like the Pelicans and stuff, but like, yeah, it's just like that type of like skillful tall player that can create mismatch against your more traditional big guys. Diallo was nice, which, you know, I will say, man, like Diallo does give me a little bit of like, maybe it could work. And then Hayes at 12 and 7. So yeah, the ball movement of this team, very nice as long as people can knock down their shots. That's definitely the big time thing about it, right, man? Yo, with Luka Garza, 74 overall. Hey, working his way up, man. And then over for the Philadelphia 76ers, who might win the championship in this video, we got them at, 23 for Joel. So we got Jeremy Grant as the second leading scorer at about 19 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists per game. Some people would actually expect him maybe to take a step back stat-wise, but no, man. I really do like the idea of this happens, of them potentially trading away Tobias Harris, man, you know, for something, but Tobias does have a max contract, so that's kind of tough to do, but really good overall scoring balance. You got Sadiq, who obviously is going to more of a role player type of role with this team, and 9 points, 5 rebounds per game. So yeah, just overall, man, I mean, unstoppable. They're lowest scores at 8 points per game. You know, that says a lot about that right there, man. Plus, they still got like guys like Danny Green and Matisse Thybulle, and you know, even Cork. Niang's been nice too, man. Like, it's a deep team is what I'm trying to get at. Let's go ahead and simulate play-in tournament. So, Pistons are gone. Of course we are. Of course. What happened, man? Who choked it away? We lost to the Wizards? Kuzma? All right. You know, Ben Simmons, you got you more than, 7 times a game. Just saying, okay? Hayes only shot 11. Oh, no, I shot 11 too many times, I should say. All right, I'm rooting for Philly. Simulate rounds. We got Kuzma in the first round, man. And, all right, get him 4 games to 1. Close out game 23 for Tyrese Maxey. Next up, Atlanta Hawks. Simulate rounds. Here we go. And, okay. Simulate round here. Oh, okay, just simulate playoffs is fine too. And there we have it, man. Philadelphia 76ers with the NBA championship. Joel Embiid as your finals MVP. As a Piston fan, little sour relief that we didn't pull off this trade. But if it was offered and Philadelphia declined, it's looking like on paper, at least according to 2K, man, they made a big time mistake.